Oh yeah, it's stream time. Oh, you guys didn't see that. If you haven't seen the Miley Cyrus video, then you wouldn't get that reference, but I actually do like the song and the video. So welcome to episode 4 of TeehJayTV, where today we're going to learn how to counter jungle. How does that sound? Great, I know. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this game started. Counter jungling is a very important fact, or a very important part of jungling. It really helps set your opponent behind, and at the same time put you ahead, which in the end turns into better ganks and a better late game actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up a game, and then I'm gonna go and get started. My counter jungler, which I like to do in the beginning of every stream, is to set up, or like to kind of like look at the champion, what his abilities are, what the ratios are, and stuff like that. So I'm gonna choose my main jungler, which is Shyvana. She's actually really great at clearing her own jungle and counter jungling because of her clear speeds. So while I set up the game, I'm gonna pull up her what is it? Whoops, too many people. I'm gonna pull up her stats on Wiki just so we can look at her numbers and everything, and I can kind of tell you why she's such a good counter jungler. At the same time, this video is not just for counter jungling, as it's also for what happens if you get counter jungled against. I'm gonna bring up both topics during this game. So I need to find 5 of my greatest friends who would love to play League with me. If only Timmy could be here. Sad day. Maybe somebody from the channel would want to play. Alright, let's hope we get 5 out of these people. If not, I'll take 4, maybe 3. I just gotta make sure I get that jungle spot, which is kind of hard when you do solo queue for yourself. Oh man, got 1. Okay, so let me do what I said earlier while that kind of fills up. I'm gonna give her invite, and I'm gonna bring up that page. Shyvana, my favorite jungler. So why is Shyvana so great at counter jungling? We'll take a look at what she has to offer. Shyvana gains magic resist and armor when she's in dragon form, so you're actually not going to get a passive until level 6. So you got to remember that. Shyvana doesn't really get a damage spike or anything at level 6, and it's not too... He wants me to invite him. It's not that big of a deal because her early game damage is already really high. Why is that? It's because of her burnout. Her burnout is the first spell that you level up, and its AD ratio is, if you keep them in the burnout the whole time, 140% AD, and at level 1, 175 damage. Imagine taking 175 damage plus 140% of your AD at level 1. And because you're running so fast, you're going to keep them in that burnout the whole time. And you can just clear their jungle extremely fast if you're going to their camps, everything like that. It's just going to go so quick. You're going to be able to take their race without them even noticing until they get there. What really counters Shyvana would be a lot of wards, mainly towards her entrances of her jungle, which we'll go over earlier, because if you want to see her coming before she gets there. And another one of her abilities that's also really great that makes her strong is Twin Bite, so it's like attacking twice with Flame Breath on it. So it's like attacking twice while doing 2%, so that's 4% of the max health, which percent damage on jungle creeps and monsters is actually a lot of damage because they have a lot more health than champions. And finally, her ultimate. Why do I like her ultimate so much when counter jungling? You get in, steal a buff, and if they do find out that you're there, you have a great escape. Yeah, you have to blow your ult, but it's not that big of a deal because your ult's really just to fly at someone and then scare them away. It's more of a mental thing than I think of damage. Even though it does have a 400 base damage at level 16, it's only 200 damage at level 6. And at level 6, your burnout's going to be actually doing more than your ult. So just remember that. Alright, let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Any other takers that would like to come in? And it actually doesn't knock back as much as it brings them to towards your target location. So if Shyvana does ult a group of 5, they're all going to kind of come together rather than knock them all away. So they're all going to go towards where you're going. And that's really good. You always want to try and get behind your target when you're doing a Shyvana ult. One more person. I don't actually need to get one more. I'll just snag jungle with 4, which is totally fine. It's okay, Ashley. 4 is good. Oh wait, we have one person who would like to play. Ninja Stealth 26. May I ask your in-game name? Oop, doop, doop. Doop, doop. That's right, Ninja. You're chosen. I'm gonna guess. Okay, it's the same. And while you guys are waiting and watching, go ahead and tell your friends. Tell them to come watch. I'm going to be doing an RP giveaway at the end of this episode. So make sure you stick around. Make sure you're followed, because you cannot get the RP unless you're following. And as proof, I do have the cards right here. I'm only giving away one, but the $25 one will be given away at a later time. So it's going to be beneficial for you to stay and follow. And anyone can win, no matter who you are in the stream. I have a not pre-chosen, but I have a, I guess an add-on for my Twitch that I can just roll a name and it's random. I don't mess it up or anything. Knittery Peas. Jungly. 5-man jungle. That way you can learn the most out of jungling. Oh, so as this game gets started, if you are getting counter jungled against, which can be a real hassle, especially against champions like Nunu, Shyvana, who else is there? Lee Sin's pretty good at counter jungling. He's mainly known for his ganks and counter ganks, but you know he is a good jungler in that sense.
They are nothing
Shaco can actually be good
me.
at counter jungling just because he can escape very well. And I will be taking Flash. My runes are going to be my basic 80 jungle, which is movement speed quints, magic resist glyphs, armor seals, and attack speed marks. My masteries are going to be my pure tank jungle. Not really pure, but he does have, it's a 921, and if you guys want to go and take a look at those, go ahead. And as this game gets started, I'm going to switch the view to game mode. That way you guys get a bigger view of the game and not so much of my face. So like I was saying, you know, getting counter jungled against is always a dreadful thing. And that's what's really good about being the counter jungler. Is if you see the enemy team pick a Maokai, a Rammus, or even, let's see who else is pretty slow at jungling. I can't think of off the top of my head, but you know what I mean. Rammus, Maokai, stuff like that. Nautilus, he's not actually that fast of a jungler. You want to pick a counter jungler. You want to make them lose all their buffs, lose all their race, lose everything that they ever desired and loved in the jungle. And you make their life hell. I don't know who you are, Dive Boss. Send me a message first before you add me. But yeah, doing that's gonna really set them behind, and it's always just a great thing. You know, it reduces the power of their ganks. It puts them behind in levels, and which affects them late game and early game. Jungler is gonna be the real reason that early game thrives. So you know, kind of putting back the enemy jungler behind is gonna put back your early game ahead and make you better in the late game. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I'm probably not. And you know, usually in episodes I don't look too much at the chat, but I'll glance every once in a while. I do have my moderator Timmy on. He's downstairs too. But he'll be, you know, talking in chat and explaining other things that I don't really, if you guys have a question, you know, he'll bring it to my attention or something. So we have our team. I'm going to be jungling against a Master Yi. I was hoping it'd be like a Maokai or something, but because it's Master Yi, I definitely still can counter jungle him. I'm just going to need to know where he's at all times, which is a really key point at counter jungling. Knowing where your enemy jungler is. If you see him bot lane, and you can't get there fast enough to either counter gank, go take his race. His red's up, go steal it. Yeah, he'll maybe get a kill, maybe not. You want to hope that your bot lane is competent enough to know that he's coming and that they can just kind of stall him while you go in there and steal his jungle, and he wastes complete time getting no CS, getting no kills, and just standing there doing nothing. Double jungle, too good. Oh, whoa, what the? I do see that it's going to be a Thresh, and when I'm looking at this, I see Thresh, Misfortune, Singed. I'm not going to say Thresh is actually going to be jungling. I actually think he's going to go and try and steal my buff, which is kind of what Blitzcranks do and stuff. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go over to their jungle. We want to make sure we're doing level 1 wards and we're going to make sure we're doing defensive wards and offense at the same time. So we're going to need a ward usually probably at my red, or at their blue, or at their red, just to know where they're at. Knowing where the enemy jungler starts at is going to be good for counter ganks or counter jungling, so you can just go over to his wraiths right away or his wolves right away and take them. If you see him doing a level 2 gank, go stick his red buff. You know, you can see the direction that he's going to be running. Shirtless. Singed hasn't lost a ranked game. Is that for the tournament or this guy? I sure hope it's for the tournament, not this guy. Otherwise, I might be quite scared. But in counter jungling, which I'll kind of go over more later, is buy wards. Buy wards and just clear, get your gold up. That counter jungling will actually pay the wards off and prevent you from dying. Why? Because you'll see the jungler where he goes. It'll actually help your team know where the jungler is going to be and prevent him from ganking. The LOL Nexus Siege is 60-0. Oh man, now I'm kind of scared, but luckily for me, I'm not top. I'm jungling. And what I start with Shyvana is the basic machete 5 pots. I need to kind of minimize this so it's not too laggy for you guys, which I don't think it should be. I'm letting my team know that Thresh is going to try and steal.
I smell fear. Welcome to
Oh, what? Oh my god. This is going to make counter jungling very hard with Nidalee and Doran's Ring. Well, she has traps, but I'm going to try and invade because I don't want him to kind of smite steal. Oh, here we go. Like I said, I'm going to be doing tons of damage at level 1. Oof. Damn, I wish my team would follow. But we actually lost summoners. No deaths so far. If Talon can get away, we'll be able to turn that one. Oh, damn it. Barely missed. So we did get a kill. Yeah, this is craziness. Damn it, we missed that one first blood barely. Ooh, the hooks. Alright, I'm going to recall. Yeah, they knew I was coming, and they were trying to steal my red too. They're going to go for my red right now, so I'm going to go either his red or my blue, whatever I can get to first. Only thing is, I'm going to have a late start, so I got to hurry. I did get an assist, though, on that kill. Alright, here we go. I need some... We do have traps in the bushes, so we should see them come, but hopefully, that they don't... I don't want them to take the red. And I want to know if they're at red. That's why I really wanted level 1 wards, but we did actually get a Doran's Blade, so... Oh well. Or Doran's Ring. I'm scared of that Thresh. I'm gonna stand right here, hope that he hooks me, and be ready to smite, just in case he does come over here and smite steal my red. But it doesn't look like he will be. Let's see. He might have counter jungled my red, which is what I was talking about, is getting counter jungled against, which can be a very scary thing. So if he does, you're going to notice that he's going to keep on coming back, because he's probably going to have it warded. So you're going to want to ward it too, so your team can follow up. Okay, cool. It's still here. Make sure you're standing in the bush and not outside. Why? Because if he does come, he can come and smite it, and you want to be able to see him first and know that he's here and turn around, because you don't want to take the damage from the Wraith. It actually hurts, and if he 1v1'd you, you're going to lose. So like I said, I'm not going to focus on any ganks. I'm actually going to go for counter jungle. So as soon as I see Master Yi right there, I'm going to take his Wraiths next. I see him top. By the time he gets back to his Wraiths, it won't be in time. I'll have him already gone. So as I'm heading over there, I run a lot faster than Master Yi, unless he's going to go ahead and ult. He did start off with his Spirit Stone, so I'm running all the way to his Wraiths and pick him up just before he'll get there in time, because I know how fast it takes you to get there. And most likely he's going to go to his wolves, if anything, or my golems. The thing about Shyvana, though, is when you're counter jungling, it's actually really hard to leave behind one creep. So you usually just end up taking the whole camp, which is fine. But it's not ideal. I do see her kind of push towards, so I'm going to actually gank. Missed that one, but I'm going to get the slow. And as you can see, level 1 damage on that burnout is actually tons of damage. It's actually going to do 170 at level 3 to them, plus my AD ratio, which right now is not too high, but it's not that bad. I have my smite, and when you're jungling, you always want to put your smite on cooldown unless there's an objective at stake. So, because it gives you the 10 extra gold each time you use it, and utilizing that, it's going to put you 100 gold after 10 smites, and that's a good amount of gold. I mean, it doesn't seem like too much, but this game is all about money, gold, and stats, and damage, and, you know, teamwork OP. But counter jungling is a selfish thing to do, but it's okay. So I'm just waiting to get vision on Yi before I kind of head into his jungle too much. I'm going to camp mid because I know Misfortune's kind of squishy. Oop, I walked out of the bush. And Talon's a little behind. So there's Yi. I know where he's at. Looks like he's heading towards bottom. So I'm either going to go follow, kind of to counter jungle where he's going. And I'm going to kind of harass him. Give him a bad time. So here he is. Didn't get it. Almost did. So you just want to kind of mess with your jungler. You want to take his stuff. Because Shyvana's such a fast clearer, you can take your jungle before he has time to go get his. Bot lane's getting pushed. And as a jungler, you always want to be aware of your surroundings. If you know that bot lane's pushed, you can either go gank. You'll know that if your own lane is pushed up towards them, the burst, you're going to want to be able to counter gank, because I would notice that you would probably go top right now in this situation. So I should know that he's going over there, just so I can go counter gank him. Yep, see? Told you. Called it. And because of that, I'm going to go into his jungle after I kind of push away. Actually, no, I'm not going to push away. He's already running down. So I'm going to go take his golems. And with the golems of Shyvana, you can leave behind one. So that's always a good thing. And when you do go to golems, pay attention to your creeps, because they're going to be at the same spot that the enemy creeps are. And they can actually get vision of you because of it. So you want to make sure you're standing on the side and before the creeps come, that way they don't see where you're going. And otherwise Yi can do that. And once I take his golems, I have a pretty good route to come behind him, and I know Yi probably hasn't got here yet. So I'll be the first one to get there. Gonna go on Thresh because he already flashed. And they missed the Q, so it would have been actually an executing Q, but it's alright. Either way, we did burn a flash and we came out on top. Oh, and there's Yi. He sees me. I'm going to flash over because he ghosted. But I'm going to tell my team to get out. And see, they made it out safely. I was able to gank before Yi could get there and make it out safely and burn a flash on them. Even though I did burn my flash, it was the trade for Yi's flash. So overall, we did get the better trade of that.
Without remorse.
Alright, so we just want to pay attention to the map. Shyvana has pretty good jungle sustain because she doesn't take too much damage in a fast clear. So I was able to hit level 6 without backing once. Pay attention to jungle timers. Jungle timers are key. 7 minutes. That's when their jungle is going to be about to spawn up. So be ready. I'm going to go ahead and buy my items really quick. I usually start with boots and the spirit stone, 3 wards, and then a couple pots just for some more sustain. Alright, so I know right now either his blue or his red is up. So if I see him top for a chance, I'm going to go to his red and be ready to take it. If I see him bottom and he doesn't have any buffs, I'm going to be ready to take his blue. So just make sure you're paying attention to what time it is. So see, look, he's red, no buffs. I'm going to be ready to take my blue and then go to his red. So I know for a fact his blue is up and he hasn't got it either. So I'm going to go towards his red, clear out his bottom jungle, and hope that his red spawns by the time he doesn't get back, which it should be ideally around that time. So he's still sitting there. I could have even possibly got his blue because of how long he's taking, but he's already going to go there. So I'm going to be ready. As soon as that red spawns, I'm going to already be there. Taking it. It's already up. So as we can see, I'm counter jungling him. And my red's up, so I know he has a chance to go there, but that's only if he knows. I'm going to set up my wards, knowing he's coming. Steal his wraith because, hey, I hate you, Yi. You're not my friend, you're my enemy jungler. I really want to set you behind. His ganks have been only successful once, but he has also died once, and that actually wasn't a gank. That was actually the first blood, now that I remember. So he's had no successful ganks, and I've counter jungled him hard. So we see Yi going over here, and as soon as he turns that corner, sad face. He's like, oh, no, my red buff. I can't gank as hard anymore. What will I ever do? We see him because of my wards. He's going bottom. I'm going to ping my bot lane to back out and just let them know that he's coming. They should really kind of be cautious. Careful of a tower dive. And now that I see him going towards bot, guess where I'm going to go? his wolves.
The quiet before battle.
So I'm gonna keep on fire burning out. Alright, I see him mid. I'm gonna pay attention to where he's at and be ready to steal his wolves. And because of my wards and Talon's wards, we know where he is, so he's just wasting more and more time. He's gonna go up to his wraiths, which he's gonna be able to get, but at the same time, I'll be taking his wolves. And because of smite, I'm able to leave one behind. And that's gonna set him back even more. Oop, don't run that way.
On wings of fury.
Talon Ward Pro. I should make a video warding 101. It'll be 5 minutes long, but it'll be very informative and it'll help you get the silver, maybe gold. Because warding is extremely key in League of Legends. For support, mid, top, jungle, every single lane. I'm going to try and help out Talon just because I can see he's having a little bit of a tough time. Misfortune is definitely going to give him a tough time because he's a melee champion versus an AD carry. So I'm going to chill out right here, wait for the position to be right, and just be careful. Alright. No, she backed off. Alright, I'm going to show him some presence, let him get some free farm. Go away. This is my friend. And I haven't seen Yi go right here, so I know that it's kind of clear. And I can take some more wraiths. And say, hey Yi, you suck. This is my jungle. Oh, and there we go. We see Yi. I'm going to go get his golems. The most, see, as he's only level 6 and he has to leech experience from other lanes. So it's really setting him behind. Alright, so now I'm going to be able to counter gank him or actually gank. I know, there he is, watch, I'm here. I'm ready to do it. Because I saw which way he's going, I'm here to counter gank. So I'm going to wait for Yi to go in and I'm just going to mess them up. He's going to have a bad time. Alright, here he goes. Ooh. Oh, I can't believe I just... Okay, we got her. Nice. See, and I counter ganked. We're going to get a triple kill. Run. And it went to the support, but whatever. Because of that, now we can go get Dragon safely. I can tank it while Nidalee just heals me up. Good job, Nidalee. Good job, Caitlyn. Let's get an objective. I'm going to run my pot. And we'll trade off tanks. They won't be up in time to stop us. Give me that heal. No mana. But it's okay. Unless Misfortune comes here and ults, I'm gonna cry. But wait, Caitlyn, come tank. Come tank. No. Get it. Oh my god. Why didn't you tank it? Oh well. It's okay. It's okay. We got an objective. And it was like a quick recall. That's what I'll look at it as. Alright, so I have lots of gold. Their team is a late game team, it would seem so. With early game damage coming from Yi. And mid game damage from Urgot and Misfortune. And Singe definitely getting some late game damage. So I see their early game is kind of weak. So I'm going to go for a very early game item. Attack speed is actually really good on Shyvana. So I'm going to get a Blade of the Rune King. And after I finish my damage, I'm going to go straight to tankiness because we're going to need a front line. They have tons of damage, but really no tank besides Singed, who seems to be building a Catalyst, and that's all he has so far. So good job on Pantheon setting him behind. Alright, so it's now 12 minutes and 33 seconds. How long is a buff? Remember, 5 minutes. So at 7 minutes, I went and took his around 750. So I'm going to be ready to take his other buff. So I see a ward there. I'm going to know not to run through there. I'm going to run all the way around.
An enemy has been slain.
And I'm ready. I see Yi top. Actually, is that Yi? Yeah. So Yi's definitely top. I am going to... Ooh, nice job, Pantheon. I'm going to take his buffs and set him even farther behind. Setting your ward. I might have to help him. Oh, man. He's actually going to die. And if I run in there, she runs too fast. I don't have my ult to actually catch up to her, but I'm going to go take his red. Yeah, melee versus range is just, it's really hard. I'm not gonna lie. Especially if a mid 80 carry with talent, you get kited for days. It's alright, it's a very random matchup. I should be giving, I forgot that Talon uses mana right now actually. So as soon as Talon comes up, I'm gonna give him his blue. Yi spawned, and I know he's gonna be going to blue. So I know bot lane's okay, don't need to go counter gank them there. which means his next target is probably gonna be top.
I go.
So as much as I would like to be ready to counter gank that top gank, I'm not. I'm going to give Talon his blue and help mid, because I know Talon's behind, and as a jungler, you're going to want to help out the lane that's kind of behind. And that's how you win the early game.
Smell fear.
So I'm going to let him push his lane, and then I'm going to give him his blue.
On wings of fury.
Oh, wait, the red buff. Oh my god. I think my passive thing's gonna kill it. Okay, good. I let it heal for a bit. There you go, Talon. Don't leave a little. Oh my god. Wow. That 1 in a bajillion chance that red's gonna steal the blue.
Has been slain.
Alright, good job, bot lane.
The dragon nears.
Gonna get my red, that way he doesn't counter gonna let. I know I just saw singed, so just gotta be careful mid. I'm gonna smite this so I can be ready to go help them out.
The quiet in battle.
As we can see, Yi's still level 7. He keeps on dying because when he ganks, he's actually getting weaker. And I totally missed, but it's okay. We still got it. Oh, we don't. We don't got it. 35 HP because I missed my ult, and that is completely my fault. I apologize, friends. Just be careful. You guys can get doubled up on me, so stay away. Damn.
They have faced.
Oh, wait, I do have an active item. I forgot I bought that. That happens to everybody, it's okay. Especially with Zhonya's. That's like, every time there's an active item, it's gonna be forgotten. I see Thresh. Dodge that one. I don't want him to take this, but there's not much I can do except try and lifesteal up. There's Yi. He's definitely he's 5 levels under me. That's how strong my counter jungling is this game. I want to go in, but I'm actually really scared just because of how low that Pantheon is. I'll leave the CS for Talon because I know he's kind of getting a little behind as far as CS goes in compared to AP Misfortune. Clear my jungle out, and I'm gonna pay attention to where Yi goes again. 11 minus 7. Sorry, my brain's a little off. I did go to school all day today from 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. and that is 8 hours. So I know that math. I'm gonna get a, when you go and see that there's no buff, it shows on the minimap the little monster face. I'm gonna want to get a reset on that so I know exactly when it spawns. He is, and knowing that his buff, his wolves are gone, knows that within the last 30 to 40 seconds, he's been there. I see Singe place a ward, and I'm gonna come around this bush so he loses vision of me, and be ready to kind of get Pantheon. Oh, he actually turned around. I think Talon, my friend. Oh, we should have killed him. I think Talon should have turned around. We should have got him. That was really badly played. Oh well. Alright, so there they are. Have not seen Master Yi. I know I'm ahead of him, so I'm going to quickly take this and run. Oh, there he is. But it's okay. Slow, run, keep on running. Hopefully his Q doesn't get back up in time. Matrix Part 7. His Q's going to be up. Lived. Because of that pro dodge and juke. But my friend Dear Pantheon is getting chased. Bot lane. Good job, AP Nidalee. And I'm going to have enough for my Blade of the Rune King. And now at this point, I'm going to be buying wards and tankiness. I already have my damage maximized on Shyvana at early game, so I'm going to want to go tanky now because it's almost getting to the mid-late game.
Your team has destroyed a turret. The enemies of Demacia.
Double snipe crew. Oh no, my friend. It's okay. He has his, oh, he's kind of just, he's lived. He has his passive Pantheon does critical strikes 100% of the time at 15% or lower or something like that. So all I need to do is chuck a spear and he's dead. But you know, you gotta be careful because Singe can come in and flip very fast. If he face checks the bush at least. So I'm gonna go run top. It should be a definite kill. And I also do see that his blue buff has recently spawned. So let's go ahead and check that out. Just get the little vision of it, sneak peek, see it's there, ward it, and I'm gonna go kill Singed. Oh man, nope, he's not going for the dive. Okay, I'm ready to get him. I see Yi, he's coming up. He's actually gonna try and either counter gank me, or he's gonna come gank. So I'm gonna come running from behind actually. Couldn't save him. I mean, that definitely wasn't going to be able to. As soon as my burnout comes up, I'm going to be out damaging him by a lot. And his stupid heal. It's not enough. There we go. So we definitely won the trade. I did have to lose my friend, which is a price that I was willing to take for that double kill and to push down this tower. So I'm going to know that both top and jungler are gone. I see mid going bottom, so it's going to be 3 bot. It means I'm going to get a free tower, and I don't need to worry about nothing. As soon as I take this tower, I'm going to go take his blue and go straight for his red. What's his name's up in 2 seconds, so I will take everything by the time he gets to check his blue. He'll be gone, and by the time he checks his red, it'll be gone. So I got to run fast. I should have saved my smite for the buff instead, but it's okay. Come get this town if he comes over here fast enough. Alright, he's gonna get the tower instead. I need to take this quick though because Master Yi will be here soon. Okay, so now I know my blue's up, my red's up, his red's up. Knowing the objectives and the buff timers and knowing exactly when they're up is gonna help the key factor to counter jungling successfully. Alright, I know they're all around there, so definitely stealing that's gonna be a tough one. But Singe is going over here. He's either gonna steal my blue or he's gonna come gank them. Okay, now I see he's ganking them, so hopefully my team stays safe. I want Talon to come over here and get this. I have not seen Yi check his blue yet. He either started red, that means, or started to go get the red first. Alright, I'll let Needly have it. Or he just hasn't even gone. So let's take a look. He has no buffs. That means his red's up. He's going to be going to his red, so I'm going to ping my team to come over here. We're going to come gank them on their way up. Alright, so we see Misfortune. Yi's not actually even coming. He doesn't like his buffs, I guess. He's just going to assume they're gone. So someone can have this because... Oh, here we go. See, I knew someone was going to come. And I have my whole team. We give the red to Kate, and we end up taking the buff and getting a kill. Make sure you know your dragon timer too. Alright, I'm gonna come right here, jump over. He's already gone, and now we got a definite push down mid. As soon as you get 1, 2, 3 kills and your team's still up, make sure you're utilizing that time to push. Oh, I don't have my red, so I'm not gonna get the slows, but. Oh, we can win the fight. We have more people. Even though I'm gonna die, we need to... Wow, we need to come in and fight, but whatever. It's a 3v5, and people are running away. Alright, so I have 2k gold. Mainly because of my counter jungling and getting 130 CS. As you can see, I'm actually leading CS minus Misfortune, who's winning. But for my team, I'm definitely leading in CS. So I'm gonna buy my Elder Golem, and because I have Elder Golem, it gives you tenacity, which means you do not buy Merc Treads if you get an Elder's Golem. Oh wow, they surrendered. Well, I guess that's one way to win early as a jungler. I set Yi behind, causing his ganks to be terribly bad, which is a great thing. And in return, only one lane lost, and I was able to actually kind of gank that lane constantly and try to, set them ahead. Which Talon did, he ended up getting 5.5k, which is not too far away from the average of their team, which is actually ahead of everyone. All of our teammates are ahead in gold, except for Nidalee in ratio to Misfortune. And Talon and Misfortune, I guess. That's because of objectives and putting Yi behind the whole time, and because of my team knowing and looking at the map and seeing where the wards I placed. So, that's how you counter jungle. Oh, I should have told them to come get the RP giveaway because they're in the video, but it's okay. Counter jungling, you gotta make sure you're knowing where the jungler is at, their buff timers, and even their wraith and creep timers. Those are on a 45-second cooldown, I think, something like that. If I'm wrong, whatever. I have the rough idea, at least when I'm playing. Dragon 6 minutes, Baron 7, and always know those timers. Be ready to go in there, counter jungle, set up ganks, and just know when something's going to expound, when the objective's up. When you kill 2 people and you see 3 bot, push the tower down up top. If you kill 1 person and you have your whole 5-man team, keep pushing. A tower does as much damage as roughly about a champion in level 10 to 11, so you can actually attack them as if it's a 5v5 if you're winning. Other than that, that's mainly that's the main background behind counter jungling. If you are getting counter jungled on, make sure you're buying wards. That's the huge counter to being counter jungled. It's just ward up your 2 entrances. If you know where they are, ping as soon as they come in. Tell your team to gather up, get a free kill. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys today. But I did not forget, we're doing an RP giveaway for everyone that's watching, so make sure you're following. If you're not following, you're not going to be able to receive the RP. Tell your friends. I'm going to give myself 5 minutes to get the card and code ready just really quick, and then you guys are going to do a RP giveaway. So make sure you're ready.